Look what's happening. Jack Smith's case, it's falling apart by the day. Fannie Willis, the corrupt Fannie Willis down in Fulton County, Georgia. And you know what? I'm going to editorialize and say she's corrupt. Some people might say she's allegedly corrupt, but I'm sorry, when you're hiring your boyfriend and you're paying him $600,000 a year and you don't think that we're supposed to think that you're not benefiting from that, I'm not buying it. So you got Fannie Willis down there. I mean, all of them. And so all the effort now, Letitia James, her whole thing is falling apart. I started the show with that. She's got no real shot because the appellate court is going to send her packing. That is probably, and I say this as a business reporter, the weakest case that was brought against. I mean, they're all weak, but that one was just glaringly weak. I mean, can you imagine? Think about it. You want to get a home equity line of credit on your house, and you fill out all the forms, and the bank has to send an appraiser and see if your house appraises, see if they're going to even do this deal with you. And they make the decision that, you know what, you're a good credit risk, and they're going to do the deal. And then all of a sudden, out of the woodwork comes law enforcement saying, we don't think your house was really worth that, so you guys never should have done that deal. Come on. And then they want to charge you $500 million. I mean, it's just sickening, absolutely sickening. So Alvin Bragg is the only hope they have of doing something. And the only reason they have a chance at all is because you have such a politically biased group of jurors there in New York City. I mean, overwhelmingly, more than 80% of the city voted against Donald Trump. They don't really like him in New York City. I mean, maybe they're mellowing out. Maybe they're thawing out these days, given what's happened on the immigration front, given what's happened on the economic front, given that they get new taxpayer dollars because everybody's leaving New York. Well, maybe, but I doubt it. So they're struggling to find a jury. And here's the craziest thing of all. Even if they find a jury, and if that jury doesn't deliver the conviction that they want, they're already preparing. Listen to some of the sound that's out there in the media. They are already preparing, ladies and gentlemen, to tell you that that was bogus and that was fake. I mean, Sunny Houston, that lovely rocket scientist over there at The View, who's very proud of her legal qualifications or background, I find it quite skeptical. But Sunny Houston on Disney-owned ABC's The View, talking about how this is just so exciting. It's like her Super Bowl. But of course, only if she gets the jury that she wants.
No, I'm not trumped out at all.
I am so trumped out.
This is a legal nerd's Super Bowl, right? Like, I'm kind of excited about this.
That's the part I need to do.
But that's exciting to someone like me because, you know, the 50 people said, I can't even be impartial, which I admire them for their forthrightness and their honesty, because you have to be honest when you're a juror. But I still believe that they will be able to find an impartial jury. They are never going to find someone that doesn't know about the former twice impeached loser president, right? They're never going to find that. But what I did find also interesting about my Super Bowl is that the legal teams will be checking the jurors' social media profiles to see if they can assess the truthfulness and intention of what they said during voir dire, which is their questioning. And I think that's really, really important, because if you start liking Trump's and you follow Trump stuff on social media, can you be impartial? I don't really think so. And I think what could happen in a case like this is if you have someone, and we were talking about this morning, someone named Clay Travis is sort of telling people to get onto that jury. You get one person that sneaks onto that jury with untoward feelings, that person can hang that jury.
How do you sneak onto a jury? You have to be called.
Well, you lie. You lie. You say, I hate Trump. But I can be impartial, and I this and that, and then all of a sudden, that's the person.
Were they going to find a jury of his peers? How many bloated orange psychos out there?
Yeah.
So I would.
Okay, you see where this is going. If they don't get what they want, you know what they're going to say. They're going to say, oh, well, that was a corrupt jury.